A massive tornado touchdown just outside of Oklahoma City. You're taking a look at live pictures as they try to zoom in to see the damage that was done by this huge tornado. We were just looking at some pictures before of Plaza Elementary School, and it was completely flattened. We did see people walking around. Governor Mary Fallin from Oklahoma joins us on the line. Governor, thank you so much. What do we know about the situation on the ground right now?
Well, we're seeing the same things you are on the TV. It's huge devastation, big tornado, and our hearts are just breaking right now because we're so concerned about the schools that have been hit. We're concerned about certainly the neighborhoods and the businesses, and the emergency personnel are just getting to the sites to see, what has actually occurred. But it's been a massive, wide tornado that pretty much went along the same path that it went down in 1999 when we had the really big May 3rd tornado.
Governor, we're looking at some pictures now of the highway, and you can see how many of these cars have been completely mangled. We see some emergency vehicles starting to show up. How much warning did folks have before this thing touched down?
Well, I think from what I'm hearing, about 30 minutes warning. We knew that today was going to be another day where we would have quick forming destructive storms, and so we have been warning people for the last several days to be weather aware and to be prepared to keep their news on, radios on, and certainly watch their cell phones on whether there might be something in the immediate area. But I don't know how much time they actually had between the time the sirens went off and the actual touchdown of the tornado. I am about 20 miles away at the Capitol, and I know our tornado sirens have gone off 3 times in the last hour and a half, but we're a ways away from there. And so I think the practice, for the most part, is that if there's a tornado in the immediate close vicinity that might come up, that we just send the sirens off anyway, even if there may not even be one on the ground at that particular point in time, to give people extra notice to be aware of what's going on.
Governor, we're getting reports that several schools completely flattened, and we're looking at some of those pictures right now. Obviously a huge concern about all the children. Any idea how the schools responded and where the children were?
Well, I don't know for sure other than what I've been hearing, but the storm formed so very quickly that I was told that the schools had decided to keep the children there because there just wasn't enough time to have parents rush to a school to try to get their children out. And I don't know any facts for sure yet, but that's the initial report that I had received, was that it was going to be too dangerous to try to move that many people at a time. So I'm praying that the students were safe and that they were okay, but I really don't know specifics on the details yet. It just happened, and we have dispatched emergency personnel to all the different locations, and we certainly already had a lot of things going on across the state with the storms that struck yesterday. A lot of Red Cross and Salvation Army are out and about, and certainly all of our emergency personnel. And thank goodness yesterday I had done an emergency declaration for 16 counties in our state, and it looks like we may have to add a couple more counties after today's destruction.
Yeah, Governor, do you have the resources to handle all this? Are you guys going to need help in this response? I'm looking at these pictures, and it's absolutely jaw-dropping and devastating what has happened in your state.
Well, I will soon know that. Our emergency command center has been up and running since yesterday, and they will be giving me a report about what we need. There have been times in the past that we've had people come from out of state, certainly to help get our utilities up and running again. It's dangerous, certainly, when you don't have any utilities for lighting at night and you can't listen to your radio or television to get help. And certainly we want to make sure that we're, first of all, doing rescuing and recovering of anybody that might be missing from the storm itself, getting to these facilities to see if there are any people who might be trapped. That's what we did yesterday during the storms themselves. We had family members and individuals who got into their storm shelters, but then their house fell on top of their storm shelter's doors, and so we went door to door to try to make sure we could find those people.
Governor, thank you so much. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in your state tonight. We appreciate it.